Good morning, Lake City.
What's up, Lake City?
It's that time again. Time for your weekly update here at the hospital. All right, we hope that you all had a good week, that you're all healthy, that you're staying safe, and enjoying yourselves as much as you can during this time in our current history. So first things first, to get us started today, we just want to provide some updates for what's going on in Lake City at the hospital.
So this week, we're going to fold some adaptive games and music into the patio visits, just to give some more diversional activities to residents out on the patio and to further encourage them to participate in patio times as we transition from hallway interventions, patio interventions, and ultimately leading up to regular programming. So if you guys want to come out and go to the patio, make sure that you stay in your chair. Let nursing know that you want to stay in your chair and you don't want to be in your bed. Because if you're in your bed, it's awfully difficult to get you out to the patio. So make sure and tell your nurse that you want to be kept in your chair so you can enjoy patio time.
That's right, James. I think it's really important that, that way all of our residents can help empower themselves, but also get outside and enjoy the great weather we've been having.
Yes, it's really nice out there. We've created a nice environment given the circumstance. There's music, there's refreshments, there's shade if you want it, there's sun if you want it. We've got plants for you to take care of, and we need your help, so please come on out.
Yes, for sure. And don't worry, if you're more of a morning person and want to enjoy, the little bit of colder weather you've been having in the mornings, feel free to come on out when it's your designated day to go out in the mornings, or if you're an afternoon person, vice versa. But we're giving every resident the chance every day the patio is open to get outside and enjoy some fresh air.
Dang.
That's great. All right, moving on to some other news outside of the hospital. Some good news stories I found this week was Kroger, which we don't have down south, but back up north where I'm from, Kroger's a huge grocery chain. During this time, a lot of dairy farmers are having a lot of excess milk, right? People aren't buying as much milk as they're used to. It's not being used in restaurants as much as it was before. So Kroger's actually redirecting the excess milk that they would have gotten from farmers originally to food banks across the Midwest area. I think it's really uplifting to hear that they're giving away fresh milk to people who need it, And don't be afraid, folks. Drink that milk. It's good for your bones. And get that calcium in there. Good for very strong bones. Also, with all the news going on with the COVID virus, obviously we want to protect our residents who are highest at risk, right? Our elderly residents, those over the age of 65, who have complications. So often we hear about the death toll, and I don't want to discount that because it's a deadly virus and that has been taking its toll on our communities. But there are some positive stories. Some elderly patients who have been diagnosed with the virus in the U.S. and in other countries have actually recovered and have been back to living full lives at home. So some advice that the elderly patients one I found that were sharing was that there was a 107-year-old. Can you picture 107 years old? That's crazy. But she was in Spain and was diagnosed with the virus, went in, got treated, went back home, and she did an interview that I found where basically she said her advice to everyone else is just not to plan things too far out. I think especially in this time, we really have to just kind of wake up and take it day by day. And that was her advice too. She said every morning she wakes up, has her cup of coffee, and she makes a list of things that she wants to accomplish in that day. And then that's all she focuses on every day. And she said it helps her feel less stressed. So I think that's what, all of us at home, we can kind of take that into consideration, right? I know personally I can do that. I make a to-do list every day for myself, but I think I really need to take that extra mindful moment to take a second and just really focus on what I need to or what needs to be accomplished that day. So that way I feel like I have a sense of purpose and also can get what needs to get done.
I absolutely agree and concur with that wholeheartedly. I find myself sometimes getting lost in the things that I need to do, so writing it down and making a list does de-stress me. It allows me to fall asleep quicker because I know what I need to accomplish for the next day. And then, just like everybody else, I wake up and for the first 15 minutes, my brain doesn't work until I have some coffee. So, then that's when I take a look at the list and just start checking things off. And if you don't get it done that day, roll it over to the next day.
Exactly. Don't be too hard on yourselves. Things happen throughout the day that we can't control, but if we focus on things that we can control, we'll we'll at least have some kind of semblance of being able to get through life, which is what we need to do.
To add on to what Stefan was saying, like stress is heightened during this time because you're not getting the social interactions you normally would. You're not outside as much. You're not getting as much activity. So don't forget to be kind to yourself. It's really easy to forget to be kind to the most important person in your world, which is you. So be kind to yourself and others.
Agreed. I think it's really important that we don't forget ourselves during this time because if we don't show up for ourselves, we really can't show up for others. So if you at home or in the hospital are finding sometimes that you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, try these things. Try making a list of things that you can accomplish that day, or that you think are in your control. Maybe even talking to your family. That's a great way to connect you. We have all those virtual calling options available to you, so reach out to one of your recreation therapy staff.
Participate in your rec therapy program.
Yes.
It is the best thing you can do to relieve your stress.
Exactly. I wholeheartedly agree. So reach out to us. We're here to help you. We're here to help you during this time. All right. So I think it's time to go on to the weather update, James. What's the weather look like for us?
It is hot. Hot.
Well, in case y'all didn't know at home, we are living in Florida, so it does get pretty hot. But thank you for that. At least you put on deodorant today. I can't smell them as much today.
Not as much today.
But yes, so it is hot. But to try when you're outside, just be aware of that. But enjoy the sunshine.
Stay hydrated.
Really good. Yes, stay hydrated. No chance of significant rain, but we are monitoring some kind of storm that's off the southeast coast of Florida, so that should be coming in. We might see some rain from that in the next week or so coming in before hurricane season starts officially in the next couple weeks. All right. Now, I actually have a sports update for you all today because the MLB announced that they are hoping to resume normal baseball games in July. Such a good thing to look forward to. I'm a big spectator sports fan, so I enjoy watching sports, and I'm really looking forward to, even if there's nobody in the audience, if I can't physically be at a game, at least I can watch it on TV, and be a part of that experience.
Let's go Giants.
No, let's go Indians, man. Indians all the way.
Tribe versus the Giants. Giants all day.
Well, we'll see. And for the first time in a long time, the Cleveland Browns, my team, are finally facing the Jacksonville Jaguars this year in Jacksonville, so I might actually get to go to a game. That would be exciting.
That would be awesome.
All right. So we close this out for this week. We don't have a guest for you, so we're just going to go ahead and talk about what's happening next week. Any big updates for the week ahead that you want to share with everyone?
The big updates are just retouching on what was said earlier about folding some additional programming into established patio times to try and drum up some support and some motivation to do things other than bingo or just listening to music on the patio. Just trying to get a little bit more active, get everybody geared up for essentially more regular programming.
Awesome, I agree. And also be on the lookout. We're trying here to plan something the week before Memorial Day for you all to kind of enjoy the holiday. So we'll update you next week when we have more information about it. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, y'all. Have a great, fantastic week. Stay safe, wash your hands, and we will see you next week.